Good afternoon. Oh, excuse me. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Good evening, people. Good evening. Yes. This is Spirit Journey, and I hope you all are having a wonderful moment in time. Today is Saturday evening here in Rwanda. Yes, it is approximately, it could be around 9 p.m. around this time. And it is, yes, Saturday, May 18th, 2024. And I just wanted to take some time and give a little talk. I just took a nice shower. Hey, hello, Parish. Yes, hello. And welcome to the live stream. Welcome there, Parish. Yes, I hope I pronounced the name right. Yes. Yes, I'm feeling pretty good right now. I just had a really nice shower, um, just relaxing, and I'm in bed right now. And what you're looking now, what you see right now is just outside my window, um, little porch light, and I have a screen, a canopy on my bed, over my bed to prevent mosquitoes getting in. And yeah. I feel pretty good. I had an interesting day. Uh, Basically, what I want to talk about today, um, I'm going to talk about a little bit what I did today, early this morning, and what I want to focus on about social media talk, and I want to try to, is my opinion about some new footage from this particular singer. I don't want to use the name, but the first initial of his, let's see, wait a minute, which name should I use? His initials are PJC, a famous hip hop artist. Uh, I want to talk a little about him, about a video that surfaced, and I want to combine that video footage with a documentary that I on an indigenous tribe in South America and just where this world is going. So, but first, I just give a little wrap up what I did today. Um, I got up a little later than usual, just a little, and but I still left my house relatively early, and yeah, I walked in the neighborhood, and I had a nice time. I had a nice time. I uh, did a little different the walk rather than going north. I went south, and I liked it. Going south, there's more paved streets and everything, um, and you do get a nice view. And my little boy, my little Pekingese, Lavender, Lavi for short, and it was nice. He seemed to like it. And I think I might want to do that again tomorrow, heading south. It was really nice. I liked it. I did upload a video, like a 3-minute video on the location, and it was very beautiful. And then I just went home and had I prepared my dog's meal. And I bought this chicken. I bought a local chicken, people, a local chicken, and it was awful. Yeah, I bought a local chicken. They plucked it and everything. Had the feet and head or already off, and I bought it frozen. They had it for 2 days, frozen. That's when they received it, and then they cut it up in pieces. I bring it home, and Most of it I put in the freezer. The other half, I had it thrown out in the fridge. I cooked it. Man, I didn't know that chicken could be tough. That thing was like rubber. Oh, I called up a local girl. Well, she's been here for 2 years. And I asked her about it. I said, man, I bought a local chicken, bought frozen, and I cooked it, and it was awful. It was tough, boy. She said she cooks it for an hour, honey. I I I think my chicken was cooking for an hour. It was that bad, and so I'm gonna try again. And maybe I told her, I said, I guess I'll cook mine for 2 hours, get that thing tender. It was awful. And if the local chicken it tastes tough like that, honey, I'm not gonna buy it. I mean, I bought a chicken. It was about a week and a half ago, but wasn't a local chicken. And the non-local chickens are big and plump. And it was tender. Yes, it was. It acted like chicken that I know from back home in New York City. So we'll see. We'll see. And I just relaxed at home. Why, it's a bad habit. I do enjoy sitting down after a walk, eating, and just chill out in front of the monitor and watch my videos. I enjoy it. And an update, um, I found a teacher to teach me Kinyarwanda. Yes, I did. Yes. And I start next week. So people, I'll keep you posted on that. Yeah, I feel now that I'm ready to dive in and learn how to communicate with the people here. Yeah, some of the people I really would like to learn how to talk, to be able to have a conversation with. That I find, yeah, some of the people are really, really nice. I want to know, I want to get to know them, and I want them to know me, you know. So I'll keep you posted. Okay. So now with what I really want to talk about in this live stream. Yes, well, I found out about the incident through a YouTuber that I watched that surfaced yesterday regarding this popular singer in the hip hop community. And I said, I gotta check this out. What is he talking about? Because usually, I get sent recommendations of videos to watch, and I was surprised they didn't re, show me that one. I mean, recommend that one. And yes, I watched several videos, commentaries about that same incident. And when I saw it the first time, I was horrified. And wow, I was horrified. And the YouTuber that talked about it, that I learned about the incident, and he responded about the Black community. Where's the father of that girl? He said back in the day, if someone saw someone getting, a woman being abused like that, the father of the girl will, take matters in their own hand. But you know what I said to myself as he said that? I said, well, a lot of Black girls in America don't have their fathers living around them. And, some parents or family members, relatives, are enablers on the demise of certain people in their families or relatives. Yes, I say that. Some people are a part of it, and some people are willing to sacrifice a person in order to get favor prestige, money at the expense of a so-called loved one. And I think that's sad. And I start to, I mean, watching, I was just very upset about it. And I said to myself, I said, I'm glad I'm not in any relationship right now. You have people, and I know I talked about this before, you might have people who might see me without anyone. And sometimes, they want to really rub it in, it's some of us women could be very catty and really want to make you know try to shame you. But honey, how I feel, I am so damn blessed that I'm not in a relationship, a so-called relationship right now. And a lot of these women who want to pretend everything's rosy, and why some women might verbally attack me, in a sly way, is because of freedom. They perceive that I have a freedom that they don't have, but they want to use the social, what's it, the social, the so-called social norms, or the traditions, or the social climate of, well, if you don't have somebody, you're cursed, and something's wrong with you. But they know that they only wish that they had what I had, certain freedoms that they don't have. They know a lot of those homes, these women are being beat up, all these atrocities. And a lot of these women are nothing more than glamorized slaves. And I saw early in my life the disparities between male and female. And no, I'm not a woman's liber, anything like that. But I noticed things. That's all I'm saying about. That I noticed certain things, like a woman, when she gets to take the guy's name. And in a film that I watched today, when that occurs, it's really based on ownership. The person who have to take the name of the other party really becomes a slave or owned by that person. And it's logical. It's logic that that's what's really happening. When you have to give up your name for somebody else, that means they're taking charge. And I saw that. I said, how come he doesn't have to change his name? But I do. And I saw early in life that the woman's life is really catering to the person she's married to. And it's not about her needs. It's more about giving him the support so that he can do what he wants to do. And it just seemed one way. And I didn't like when I saw this man throwing money at this woman. Like here, like he's a, big guy. And I thought it just rubbed me the wrong way. I'm not a prostitute, and I wouldn't want anyone throwing money at me. Respect. It's about respect, people. And I think respect is very important in any relationship or collaboration. And So when women might say, "Oh, why aren't you married?" And I always wonder, with my 40 plus years of being an adult, why? What benefits do you really get by getting married? Of all, based on what I've seen, I've I've always the people who I dealt with were always much older than me. Almost like from 16 to 19 years older than me, and so they served as teachers. And yeah, up to the age of 30, I was always the youngest one, primarily, always the youngest one in the group, the youngest one in my family, the youngest one on my job, and etc. Youngest one in school. But I had the opportunity, though, um, that older people would share with me. They would share with me what's going on. Yeah, they would tell me. They would tell me about the abuses that they had. They would tell me about the abuses of their the guys that they're living with, cheating on multiple women. And so I asked myself, so why would I want to get in a situation like that? And these women, see, the fact that they ask me, see, I know that they're really asking me because they want to know what my secret is. How am I able to get my bills paid? I have nice clothes, and I have maybe perfume on, or have some makeup on. I dress presentable, and they wonder, well, who's taking care of you? That's the secret, because they don't see me with somebody, so they wonder where am I getting what I'm getting from? You know, and because the lie is that you need a man to take control over you and to supply your need. And then you have in some societies, oh, they want to try to be so-called, pretend to be liberal, or I should say progressive. And so they say, okay, we're going to allow her to work outside the house, but she still has to come back home and do her chores. Hello? But he doesn't have to do anything in that house, really. Nothing. And so, why would I want to raise in a relationship like that? Why? Why? I don't see the benefit. I don't see the benefit in becoming a slave. I don't see it. And even here in this country, married men have asked to come over my house boldly. Oh, I'll come over your house. I said, no, do not come over my house. I don't have men coming into my house. But if I see you outside in the street, yeah, you can say hello to me, but that's it. They don't respect their women. Some individuals, they do not respect their so-called partner. Marriage, in my opinion, is a collaboration. It is like a business. You wouldn't want your business partner to have another side gig, and their potential competitor against it's insanity. It's insanity. And so when someone may say, why aren't you, you know, why, I think the next time if someone implies that, I ask them, why did you get married? Why would you get married? And live like that without any, you become secondary. See, there's always in a relationship, people have their strengths and weaknesses. And in a collaboration, so long, both parties know what their strengths and weaknesses are, and to build a relationship, a solid foundation based on that, and the best is extracted from that relationship, and they both mutually benefit. And again, it's about respect. Men and women are different. We're built differently and we think differently. And so have a collaboration that is beneficial, but I don't I don't want to be in a relationship that culturally that's is going to put me at a disadvantage. So, I mean that's just my thought. But really, getting back to that victim of that that performer, that hip hop performer um, video that surfaced yesterday of him doing horrible things. He had like he was in a hotel room. He runs out of the room with a towel around his waist and does a number on that young girl. And this girl was with her for 10 years. And this event happened 8 years ago in 2016. So that's a long time ago. She was young. She was a young girl. Wow. See that? I feel bad when I saw it. I felt, and again, the things that I'm saying, I in no way want to say or imply I told you so or good for you. No, I'm not. No way. What happened to her was horrible. And my heart reached out to her. It's spooky. Could you imagine? That's your so-called man, your boyfriend, your squeeze, and that person is doing atrocious things to you. It is a lack of respect. And then the guy took the girl's purse, or but so she was trying to escape him in the video. She had already gotten beaten up earlier, and then he fell asleep, and so she tiptoed out of the room to escape. And somehow he heard her and ran out of that hotel room down the hall, and she was at the elevator door. She almost made it, and she got a beat down. Wow. And I what was said was that this alleged singer um, gave a bribe to the hotel establishment to um, uh, prevent that footage coming out. I mean, it's the hotel's responsibility of the safety of the people in that room. So I thought that was very problematic. Something like that caught on camera, the security should have come immediately and to rescue that person. But because this alleged incident, beatdown, he allegedly paid them off. Could you imagine? I mean, if that's what happened for large hotel establishment to take a bribe when someone's she could have died. I know for myself, I would never want to go into that establishment. And then they say, "Oh well, the people who actually own that hotel, it's a different management now." See, that's what they say. But honey, I would not want to be on the. Could you believe that? So all those allegations she was saying, it seems to be that it was true. And but my question is, after all these years, from 2016 to now, it's 2024, who released the film? After all these years, if this person was paid off, why did they renege? Or was it somehow stolen from the person that was keeping it in safety, and someone else found it? Don't you wonder how something like that could occur? That's what's really interesting. That's what's interesting to me regarding this, that something was done, and what should have been done 8 years ago to expose the evil that was done upon that poor woman, but it wasn't. But now it is. And I always question now why something is now. What changed between then and now? And many of the incidences that are happening now, don't you ask yourself why it's happening now? Why is this information out now? And again, some of these things that happen in the media, seems like that people were crying out for help for quite a while, but nothing ever came out of it. Don't you ever wonder? It's like a gatekeeper. I feel like it's some type of gatekeeper on what information comes out and what information is hidden. Who are these gatekeepers? And how to decide what goes out and what doesn't? That's my interest in this story, because I think that's where the real juice is. Again, it's horrible what happened to that woman. And again, the women, and men too. Men are abused too. Men can be abused too. I'm just saying, people. I'm not trying to say one abuse is worse than another. No. Abuse is abuse. Abuse is abuse, and no one should be abused mentally or physically or sexually. It's a it was very shocking again when I saw that. But it just made my mind really race and start thinking and thinking based on all my experiences and things that victims have been telling me over the past 40 plus years. Yeah. And so I'm just baffled about how someone could, you know, if you don't like someone, don't stay with them. Why these relations that they stay and abuse each other? Wow, I don't know. I've had enough. I love my I love my solitude. And when I want to meet up with people, I might go out to a shopping area and just have casual contact with people. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, just a little tired, I guess. Yeah, people these days, women in particular, you have to be careful who you pair with because you could be stuck with them. You have a kid with somebody, you're stuck with them. Be careful who you sleep with. And I've mentioned this before, that are really try to get to know people before, don't have men come in your house. Don't have people, men in, if you're a woman, don't have men in your house. You're gonna meet them in a public place. If you could go out maybe with a group of people, and learn about the person's habits. Learn about what are they about. Uh, do certain things trigger him? You want to know that, honey. Um, yeah, keep your eyes open. and go by your instincts. Something makes you feel uncomfortable. It's a reason why you feel uncomfortable. It's for men and women also, I say this. For men and women. There's a reason why you feel uncomfortable. Please, please don't be another victim like that lady. It's horrible. Yeah. And even adult women, women much older. Gotta be careful these days. You never know what their, people's motives. And it seems like the morality of people, male or female, is kaput. It's lacking. It's sad. It's not about friendships anymore. It's about what I can get from this person. What can I milk out of that person? And I think that's very, very sad. Yeah, these video, it's like the nation is falling apart. It's falling apart. We have so much, in America, so much technologies, there's education, medical facilities, but it's like this social decay. And we're not going to be standing too much longer, I fear. We got to get our act together. I don't think it's going to get any better in the near future. I really feel that the country is being hijacked, being brainwashed, and it's going to be a takeover. It's like the change of the guard. And I talked about this before, but I think it's more global. That it's not just in America; it's global. There is a global shift. And I think this is what this migration thing is all about a global shift in the population because one group, they want to overthrow certain dominant groups and dilute it with another group. They want to shift it totally. Not just the US, but in Europe also. I hear about that. And you notice all this climate that, the weather that is changing. I personally feel that this is by design. They have technologies that could alter the weather. And I think that's all what's happening. So they're causing all as much mayhem with the weather, with what's happening to people. We're being triggered. But I really wish the best for the whole planet. Our protection. You have sociopaths that are out there and they want to alter everything. They want you to think a certain way, act a certain way. They're changing our food. It ain't real food, people. They're changing everything. And I bet what you eat will affect the way you think, too. I think that's a big part of it. Yeah, women in particular, please, 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 please learn how to love yourself. And rather than thinking in terms of, I want to get a guy to take care of me, I want to marry a rich guy. Well, nothing wrong with marrying a rich guy, but why don't you become that rich woman? And a rich woman marrying a rich man, you know? Establish yourself. If you want wealth, develop it for yourself. Don't have to try to marry some. You're not a prostitute, women. Come on. Stop lowering yourself in terms like that. And you have women, mothers, and it's like they sacrifice so much In certain cultures, they pump in a lot of money and nurturing for their sons. But what do they what what do they do for that woman? I know of a guy. The women did everything for him, mom and auntie, and he can't stand women in to sit next to him in the office on the job. He told me, that's how I found out. Be worry, people. Yeah, some you got to really study them, and for both genders, male and female. Study their behavior. What does something trigger them? He or she. Um, it doesn't make sense to me to be able to take away from who you are and become someone else become something else for someone else, and you lose yourself in the process. Develop yourself. Develop yourself. And if you find that special partner, is to complement what you already have, and it should be mutual. Yeah, have your own money. But see, the love of excellence, you don't need to be a billionaire. Everybody wants to, all be on top, be on top, be on top. You can't, you can't take it with you when you go. You know, be content. You have a safe, clean house or dwelling space. You have your health. You know, isn't that and you have food, clean water. You don't really need anything else. But they're pushing and pushing this love of money. Money is a tool. Money is a tool. But it's like money is something that's almost like you worship it. And it controls you. And in that case, it's not your freedom money because you are a slave to it. And I may mention this before, that this civilization is not your friend. It was designed to slowly and over a period of time to enslave you, and you be dependent on this system, these things that are developed, that are these new developments, or what do you call it, technologies, inventions. They're not really there. It's to terraform, to change the mother planet, the mother father planet, and change it to some alien force. It's like an alien world. They're changing everything, and they're doing it slowly, but now it's picking up more speed. There's a problem, people. Yeah, it's called the illusion of having these things. Hollywood was created to deceive you, to keep you in a stupor, it seems, in my opinion. It is a major tool to have humanity fall into many pieces. It is so sad. Yes, technology is not your friend. It was craftably introduced to enslave you. It just look at virtually every creation, major technology, especially the computer. It's designed to make you dependent, and then only a few could excel in that business. It seems, and make it difficult. Make it difficult for women. And I said, isn't that something? Isn't that sad? Yes, something I think happened many, many years ago. And I really feel that the male and female of the species were not really same origins. I think that the men and women were forced on this planet. And I think the male and the female species came from different sources. And then you forcibly put them together and then you just harass them. You have one person being um, the stronger of the group, and then the weaker one has to submit. But in a real society, it's a mutual respect, and it's no abuse. Doesn't make sense to me. But if they got the male and female from different sources and then forced them together, I think this is what you get. Mayhem. So, yeah, so with this my belief that this creation of humanity, this our demise. But I saw this video, and again, it's just reinforcing to me what the world was like before civilization came in. It was of a Native American, I'm sorry, the indigenous people of South America. They're called Indians. I don't know what tribe it was, but these people, they were outside, like they had a string around their waist. Outside of that, the male and female were naked. And the video that's being played is blocking out, covering their privates so you don't see it. But here, these people. What stood out to me was that here, these people, they're like hunters, what they call hunters and gatherers. They seemed happy. They were in harmony with themselves, and they had no shame. Just like Adam and Eve initially, they didn't walk in shame, but something was introduced. That thing that Eve consumed was her demise, and her husband Adam's demise. You have people who live in harmony, counting their blessings, and in community, and in no shame. And I thought that aspect of no physical shame, when you're ashamed of your body, and as a group, you're ashamed of your body, that is the trickery where the fallen state of man began, to make you ashamed of what you are, what you look like. It doesn't serve us. So when I'm seeing these people, they had no shame over their bodies, and they should not be ashamed. It's just telling me that civilization caused humanity to not like itself, create a new image of what yourself, what you want it to look like, but it's not really the you. We fell from grace. We fell from grace. That's how I read it. Yeah, this natural living, is becoming more and more exciting to me. To live off what they call live off the grid. I mean, it's really appealing to me. I think, in short, it's what why it uh, talks to me. This type of lifestyle, the natural living, because I live in an unnatural world. It's becoming more and more unnatural in its behavior, lifestyle. And here you have proof that a people could be naked and have no shame, and they're not walking shamefully. They're not walking to shock somebody. They're living in community, understanding of their neighbors, and that's about it. There's no shame. But here, in these faith-based systems that seem to be controlling humanity, are putting the fear upon us. So when they have that fear, it's going to alter a lot of things that you think about yourself, or even how you treat yourself. How do you treat yourself? Yeah, a lot of people walk around, they don't like themselves. Nobody else. People, learn about who you are. Learn to love yourself and try to see through the deception of who you are, deception of not being ashamed. Don't be ashamed of who you are. Don't be ashamed of your body. These societies, like in New York City, the big cities, you know, people don't like themselves. People are always looking to be something else but what they are. Yeah, learn to love yourself. Learn to love yourself. Connect with nature. I know that sounds a little funny for me to say, but yeah, connect with the earth. Connect with nature. It's very beautiful. It's very healing. At least I think so. I think it's healing for the mind. Yeah. So these are my thoughts, people. Really eye-opening, that film with the Indians of South America. Yes. It's very sad. Very sad that some of these isolated tribes, they're being by, introduced by religion. And the religion's being pushed upon them and introducing guilt and shame out of their own bodies. I think we have a lot to learn about with these natural people. Television is filled with plastic people. I don't want to be plastic. And my living here on the continent of Africa in Rwanda, I'm glad that I see the beautiful landscapes, really nice. And I would love the opportunity to have a beautiful pad of my own. Yes, I want to live a beautiful life. A beautiful life. And a life of purpose. People, try to find purpose in your life. Find purpose in your life. Don't change your humanity for technology. It's just a trick. It's just a trick. Don't believe the hype. Yes, money is a tool, but when you are infatuated and just want to hoard, It's not going to serve you. Have a lifestyle that serves you, that makes you feel good, that helps humanity. Yeah, yeah. I know. I know. We all don't live forever, but what I hope that I'm able to give back something that's beautiful, wherever what town I live in. Leave a positive legacy. And unfortunate with that victim of that hip hopper, you know, dignity, have dignity for yourself and create your own goals. So that's all I want to say. I'm getting a little tired here, I see. Yeah. I thank you again for this opportunity to share this video. And again, this video was not to offend anyone specifically. It's just to share my opinion about a particular matter and my experiences. And if you're being abused in the relationship, um, be very careful and try to get out of your situation and tell loved ones, let them know what's happening. Please make your own money. Please educate yourself so that you don't have to compromise. Okay. I thank you again. Peace, love, joy, harmony, and safety and wellness be unto you. Until next time. Bye bye.